All right, I'm back. So this is just part 3 of the video. Now I want you to. I'm gonna let him finish saying what he's saying, and then I'm gonna basically reiterate them. I'm gonna comment on after, but I want you to see what this knucklehead is. Look at everything he's saying, man. Because how he's talking about Drake is really, really, really low down. I'll tell you, this is not Christian like at all. A man of God. This is not what a man of God does at all. Okay, he talks about trying to be a soldier for God, a soldier for Jesus, but would Jesus want you to be talking about somebody else? You know what I'm saying? It's talking about somebody else's child. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I told y'all, man, y'all need to stop. These are people that's just doing what they're doing for views. These people like him got nothing else better to do with their time. Okay? And he want to talk about rap beef. Like I told y'all in my other video, rap beef is real. People get killed over rap beef. Yeah, some of the lyrics in the rap beefs may be fake, but how they really feel about that person is how they really feel. And before I continue, Pusha T and Drake, you know what I'm saying? All Pusha T, I believe, was trying to do was trying to test Drake. That's all he was trying to do. Because he saw how Drake killed off Meek Mill in that rap beef. How that rap song, how when Drake battled Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? Drake basically smashed Meek Mill. Meek Mill couldn't come back for the rest of that year. And you see Meek Mill ain't been the same since after that. And of course, he wound up getting into it with Game, but that's a different story. But I believe that's what Pusha T was trying to do. Because Birdman had rolled up on Drake not too long ago. Not Drake, but yeah, Pusha T over involving Drake. Like, because I think Drake is still a part of Cash Money. He's still a part of YCMB. So then Birdman confronted Pusha T to see what was going on. He had told Pusha T in the elevator, you know what I'm saying, is everything okay? And is you good? And Pusha T basically confirmed it in the interview. And Pusha T just said it's all good. Birdman's trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, did Pusha T have a problem with him and his label? Because Birdman don't play that beefs, because him and Wayne had a beef. Birdman don't play around. Birdman is a real gangster. You see, folks, people like this guy here, they get themselves into a lot of trouble. Because just as him talking about it, what is he going to do? Let's say the mother of that child confronts this guy. And either by Instagram, by video, or in person. Or what is he going to do? Let's say if Drake was to come, because I'll tell you right now, this guy's a coward. People like this guy are cowards. They're nothing but punk ass bitches. Okay? And I say that for the simple fact that if Drake was to stand right next to him, if he was to run right into Drake, this guy would have nothing negative to say about him at all. He'll walk the other way. That's how much of a snake he is. Yeah, he'll talk about Drake in this video all the time, but if Drake was to be like standing right next to him, this guy would be trying to get Drake's autograph. This man right here will be kissing Drake's ass. If Drake, and we talking about Aubrey Graham, as big as Drake and as big as a star this guy is, if Drake was to give him an autograph, he'd have nothing negative to say about this guy at all. But this guy would talk about him not being a father, having a child, and all this other negative stuff that a Christian man should not do. But I'm gonna let him continue, and then I'm gonna say what I got to say.
And then Pusha released his response. Now, in Pusha's response, he actually went and talked about this unknown fact to the majority of the public, that Drake had a kid that he wasn't taking care of. And so in response to this, the internet really exposed Drake, and now he's basically the joke, the butt of every joke that has to do with being a deadbeat dad. You'll see all sorts of memes about him being a deadbeat dad. They're on their way. People are making them probably as we speak right now. Oh man, that meme community. Anyways, okay, so deadbeat dad Drake memes and this whole thing. It makes us really have to sit back and look at this. Okay, so Drake, what is he doing with his life as a man? He's going around trying to establish himself, his own selfish kingdom. Okay, he's not taking time to be there with the kid. And by the way, okay, men out there, if all you do for your kid is provide a paycheck, and you think that's sufficient, that's all God expects you to do. Now, if you have some type of order or restraining order, I mean, I don't know how bad divorces are. There's circumstances where maybe you're not allowed to see your kid. Something happened and it wasn't right, okay? But if you can be there and you are not, and all you're doing is sending money, that's whack, bud, okay? I'm telling you, as a man, that's whack. Your son, your daughter, your kids need you way more than they need your financial support. They need you as a guide, a teacher, a role model, a protector, yes, a provider. But that is one of the facets of a good and healthy father. And I really just wanted to create this video series to help us to, if you're like me, you're single, to prepare yourself for such a responsibility. And if you are in that, to do...
Hold up, right there. Before I continue, he just said he's a single man. So who in the fuck are you to tell Drake, talk about Drake like he, you know what I'm saying, like he's this bad father. Like he don't know how to take care of his kids. You see how crazy this stuff is? Like I want y'all to continue to look at this video. Look how sick this man is. This is what I find, this is extremely offensive. For real. You sit up here, you ain't got no, you a single dude, you a single man with no wife, you got no kids, and yet you talk about other people about how they not taking care of their children. Y'all see how wrong that is? But no, I'm letting him continue.
The best that you can for your role as a husband or a father. And father, okay? So this is something that, it's actually an epidemic, by the way, okay? If you don't know, go and research the statistics right now. It's something like three quarters of the people in jail are in jail and they don't have a dad in the home. Majority of suicide people, like you look at the statistics of the amount of suffering that children who are grown up in fatherless homes go through, it's insane. Okay, so please, you're responsible. I believe God is going to judge you. He has placed that life in your possession, and you are the God-chosen guardian. You are to be the father of that child, and you don't get to escape that. Okay, I know the pressures of life, things happen. Listen, I fail at being a man all the time, okay? And I'm sure if I was a father, I would have failed so many times, and to be honest, I'm blessed that I...
Then why are you sitting here making a video about somebody else's child, dumbass?
...been a father yet, because as I'm growing, I'm 32 now, I'm not, if God allows, I'm not going to make the mistakes I would have made earlier, okay? But it's okay if you made them. You're not going to be a perfect father. The point is that you're trying, you're making an effort, you're allowing God to help mature you and make you into the man that you need to be so that you can be there for your kids and not abandon them. And another aspect of what we need to analyze that's important to this story so that you can, draw a benefit to not... The story is, don't be like Drake. Don't be a father like Drake. And now, also, I don't... want to hate on him or demonize him.
You basically doing that already.
Is a lost man, and I pray he finds Jesus. But we need to look at these things. And also I encourage everyone to pray for Drake, that he would use this opportunity to get into that child's life and to be loving. You know, it's kind of interesting, actually, a little side note, it just came to mind. He did his video recently. Remember? Oh my goodness, did you guys just catch it? He does a video where he's parading himself, going around, giving money. Look how good I am, God's plan, while he's got a kid that no one knew at home that he was neglecting. I just laugh because you can check out the video I did previously on Drake's music video, and I talked about the fact that he's just doing it to look good, image-wise. Maybe he knew this was coming, who knows. But anyways, interesting little tidbit. But drawing back now, it's very important that we don't do like Drake, who right now is pursuing his own career, his own kingdom, his own fame, and sacrificing the time that he could have with his kids for that. You see where his priorities are all mixed up, and that doesn't make him a man, that makes him a boy, and this is why his actual children will suffer. Now, first of all, another point to the story, as far as I know, and you can confirm or let me know in the comments, I think the woman, there's some conflicting reports, but I think she was a porn star. So he ended up getting caught up in sexual immorality and sin. I mean, you live Mr. Gangster, cool rapper lifestyle, and everybody thinks you're cool, and behind the scenes, you're just a broken, depraved individual who's just eating up all this broken sin and messing around with porn stars and doing drugs, all that stuff, right? And then, boom, this happens. You have a kid with a porn star, you gotta pay hush money.
Again, that's not even been confirmed yet. We don't know if that girl's a porn star or not. I mean, yeah, she probably deleted her Instagram because she's getting tired of all these people coming up to her Instagram harassing over this shit. Look how sick this guy is, man. I keep telling you, man. See, this is why black and white folks ain't gonna never get along, because this type of evil ass shit. This dude just said he don't got no kids, but you telling this guy about who he is? Like Drake, this evil ass person. See, this is why the church is divided. I'm warning y'all now, man. This guy's not a real Christian. I told you, he's using his hatred to talk about a successful man. Drake is more man this guy is going to ever be. Maybe this is why this guy is single right now. This is why this man is 32 years old with no kids and no wife. Here, you don't even got no children yet. You telling a man how bad of a father he is and what he's not doing. Let me break something down to y'all. The reason why Drake don't have time to have kids right now, because like he said, Drake is establishing his empire, he established his business, but Drake is a singer. Drake is a rapper. Drake is a full-time, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's into his business full-time. Not only is he under contract with Universal, but he also owns his own label called OVO. He got other artists under him. Drake got deadlines he has to meet. He has to get on a plane and travel. He don't got time for kids. That's why he hasn't had any yet. And if there's a woman pregnant with a seed, you best believe Drake ain't gonna take care of his child. You don't think Drake gonna be there for his kid? See, y'all can't be listening to evil guys like that. People, this young man here, this Mario here, you can't be listening to people like that. They don't know shit that's going on at all. This man gonna sit here and tell you who you should be thinking, what a man should do, but yet this man ain't got no kids. He just said it. I'm a terrible man myself. So who are you to pass judgment on somebody else? This man got all the time in the world to talk as much shit about Drake, but yeah, he don't understand what's going on. He's not out there. And let me tell you something else too, cause see, I was one of these kids who fallen, right? This guy just said the number one cases of why people go to jail because not having a father. All right, check this out, right? I was another one of the type of kids whose parents divorced early. Okay, they divorced when I was 4 years old. And yeah, when they were separated, my dad was sending money and everything. But as soon as he got me and my mom back and convinced my mom he had changed, he got right back on doing drugs and didn't take care of me or my mom. My mom had to take care of me by herself. We were struggling. But the Lord made a way. The Lord sent other positive people in my life, like my grandfather, my uncles, okay, my aunties. My stepfather came around and actually took care of me like a real son, like a real father. And yeah, I forgave my dad for not being there for me because my dad chose drugs over his own family. But you know what? My mom told me don't make excuses for that. You're in control of your own actions. You're a young man. You the head and not the tail. Don't let that affect you. Okay? The reason why most people go to jail, they go to jail off their own free will. It's not just because they don't have a father. It could be other situations. They could be, like I said, they could be suffering from mental problems, schizophrenia, bipolarism, all kinds of other stuff. They could just be following around the wrong crowd, out there gang banging, they ain't got no business, hanging around with the wrong type of people. That's why. Or you got some crazy people that just got hatred in their heart for another person. That's why. Or they trying to rob somebody. They trying to get money. They trying to be Nino. They trying to be Nino Brown. They trying to be Scarface. And they trying to get money. You can't just say because somebody don't have a father in their life is why they doing bad things. No. Because there's plenty of fathers' children that did become successful, like LeBron James. Everybody want to talk about LeBron, but LeBron, you know what I'm saying, mom was in her life. Her mom did a good job. LeBron's mom did a good job of taking care of him. LeBron don't make excuses because his daddy wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. This is what I'm saying, man. These type of people got to be exposed. This is the people who I get on. These type of people. Bro, you need to stop doing these videos for real, man. You making yourself to be really, really fucked up in the head, man. Really sick in the head, in the mind. You talking all this shit about Drake, but Drake was right in front of you. You have nothing negative to say at all. If Drake came right in front of you, you wouldn't be talking none of this shit at all. Matter of fact, after you spoke with Drake, you would delete this video immediately. See, people like him get their ass beat all the time. For real. these particular people. And like I said, I'm not racist at all, but this is where the hate comes from. This is why racism don't end. It's because of people like Vigilant Christian. Here's why black folks are given a bad name, even in the media. They assume we that fucked up. They assume we don't take care of our kids. We that abusive. We this, we that. This is why we go through the stuff we go through. Why they don't trust us and we can't trust them. It's these type of people. All this guy is doing is talking, spreading poison. He got all his subscribers basically judging Drake, talking about him. Drake, like I said, Drake started from Degrassi. He was in the industry since he was a child, okay? He was another one of those children whose parents kept him going. They kept him in the industry. Drake is who he is. But Drake ain't gonna sit there, you know what I'm saying, and be no terrible person like that. If he has a child, you're gonna take care of him. But no, I know why Drake don't have a child. He don't have time for that. See, Drake got what Vigilant Christian doesn't have. He has an actual life. Drake got better things to do than to be online talking about somebody. But no, I'm offended by that. And this is what he's talking about here. This offends every other person who suffered from that. That's extremely offensive. Because everybody that didn't grow up with their daddy didn't grow up that fucked up. I got a best friend who lost his daddy at an early age who didn't even claim him like that. But yet he still took care of his kids. He still was there for his baby moms. He married his baby mama. My best friend Anthony, we call him Blue. Despite his daddy not being around, he even said it. My daddy didn't claim me for a long time. But his mama was still there for him. He didn't want to make the same mistakes his daddy made. He took care of his kids. To go on here and talk about that shit is really fucked up, bro. It really is. And I don't care what nobody else says. Y'all can come on me. Y'all can get on me all you want to. This guy's a complete idiot. Don't know what the hell he's talking about. This is why people like this guy here don't have kids, man. They're not meant to have no children. Talking like you talking, man. For real. You got no children. You ain't even married. And talking about somebody else, about what somebody should be doing with their children. No, what are you gonna do with your kids? That's the main issue right now. Never once are you acknowledging with how you'll take care of your own children, or what you'll do. You just said that you're a terrible person as a man. Maybe this is why you can't get married. Why you can't find a wife. This is some idiotic ass shit, man. This is terrible. That's why, Vigilant Christian, I'm calling you out now. That's disrespectful, man. That's disrespectful with everybody that went through that situation. That's disrespectful to all the kids who went through that shit. And like I said, man, I don't mean no harm. I'm just telling them right now, this is just to teach him a lesson, man. Visually, hey, Mario, you gotta stop this shit now. You going too far. This is some horrible ass shit, man, for real.
Keep everything all crazy. When you play with snakes, don't be surprised if you get bit.
This dude is a Vigilant Christian. You are a snake. Look at the shit you telling. Look at the shit you telling. You going behind Drake. You talking all this shit behind a camera to Drake about what Drake is not doing, what he should be doing. You the snake.
If you play with fire, don't be surprised if you get burnt.
Yeah, you said you playing with fire, right? Bro, you were playing fire right now. You about to get burned. You gotta understand this, man. Drake is, like I said, Drake is not somebody you want to be playing with like that. You don't know this man personally at all. You know what this man done been through. And you talk about him. Folks, man, if you watch this video, people like this guy get burned. People like this guy gets dealt with all the damn time. Cause they make videos like this, then this shit come back at them, dude, then they go. They don't know what to do. I can guarantee you any kind of money. If Drake, or let's say if it's not Drake, it's somebody from the label, right? Birdman, anybody come after this dude, you know what I'm saying? Then what are you gonna do? So you talking all this shit now, but when Drake or somebody comes at you, and like I said, man, Drake, you know what I'm saying? The people he deal with is from the hood. You gotta understand this. This is not something you want to be playing with at all. Just like you talk about rap clip. It's not a game, man. People get killed behind this shit. People die. People go to jail behind it. You don't understand it. It's not a damn game at all. See, just like you make a video too. What are you gonna do if somebody come after his ass over it? Because you don't know how people feel about Drake. You don't know how people feel about that situation. You talk about it. Talk about somebody else about not having a neglecting a child. That's some fucked up ass shit. And the sad part about it is he's speaking lies. This shit ain't even real. He's going by off another fucking article. He's going off what Pusha T had to say. Pusha T could be lying his ass off in that rap beef. But the fact that Ryan Reigns is Pusha T don't like Drake as an artist like that, as an MC. So he's battling. It's just a beef, but it's nothing to be playing with at all. Yeah, Vigilant Christian, I'm calling your ass out, man. How dare you talk about somebody like that? But yeah, once again, you see, I know y'all don't want to listen to my ass. I keep telling you, man, this racism shit is for real. This guy's no. It's like what Roseanne Barr said on that tweet. Except the Nation of Islam. If the nation, she said, if the Nation of Islam, not even nation, she said the Brotherhood of Islam and Pamela Ace had a child, it's JT. It was that woman. These are these type of people. This guy is just like Roseanne Barr. This is how they really feel. So you're doing it behind a computer screen. But outside the camera, out there in public, they ain't talking none of this shit at all. This guy here ain't gonna be around black folks. I told you, if he sees Drake, he's going the opposite way. He ain't gonna come nowhere near him, talking all this shit because he's scared. These people right here are cowards. They punk asses. That's exactly what the fuck they are. This guy is no different than Zachary K. Hubbard and his ass. See, Zachary K. Hubbard uses gematria to basically deceive you, to tell you what you should think. Because Zach Hubbard wants to be a god. He wants to be worshipped. This guy here don't know what the fuck he talking about. Talking all this bullshit. They ain't gonna put Jesus into it. You're using God's name in vain, big time. No, this is you spreading lies, man. You need to really stop.
Okay. But that to say, men, don't sacrifice the quality time that your kids deserve so that you can go and acquire a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of fame, whatever.
Now, how about this, right? How about you not sacrifice the time or your day talking about somebody else, and won't you focus on getting your own child, getting your own seed? That's what you need to do. Focus on being a better person. That's what I'm saying. Y'all listen, y'all see this shit. This is some bull crap, man. That's real. This is hate. That's what it is. It's hate. This gives them a reason to talk about somebody famous. You know what I'm saying? Somebody behind the screen. For real. If anything, man, somebody like Drake is building his money now so he can have a good family. So he can retire young. He can retire early. Drake, believe it or not, has money now where he could retire by age 35. By age 35, by the time he reaches 40, he don't gotta work no more. That's how much money Drake building up. Okay? Drake is doing what he's doing now, so when he does have kids, he can spend all the time in the world with his children. Like Snoop Dogg was doing, like Ice Cube was doing, like Flavor Flav was doing. You see what I'm saying? So when he talks about Drake, he's referring to all people of the same. This is why all people don't respect black folks. It's because of this type of bullshit.
Doesn't matter. Now, you need to provide. Absolutely. There's the other side of the coin. There's the deadbeat dad who doesn't get off the couch and just wants to play video games, doesn't want to provide for his kids, and the kids are eating crap dinner and hot dogs all week. There's that guy. But I'm not talking about him. He's another entirely different type of problem.
Actually, you're talking about the same dude. You're talking about the same person. I told y'all earlier, most deadbeat dads don't give a damn about their children at all. They don't spend no money on their kids. So that's another thing too, man. A real deadbeat father ain't gonna spend money on their children. See, that's difference, man. Yeah, there's the other dad, the other dude he's talking about with all the money, they're too busy. The reason why they can't spend the time with their kids because they're busy working on their careers. But that doesn't stop them from still being there, but they got a career. They got a business they gotta run. They don't have the time they want to spend with their children, but they still love them. So at least they still money. They send money to take care of the kids. The kid get what they need. Yeah, the child may hate them for it because they don't spend enough time with them, but that doesn't mean they don't love them. The other father he's talking about neglecting your child is not doing a damn thing for him. That's neglect. Neglecting your child is not spending damn money on them. You don't pay child support. You leave the mother to have to do everything for the child. That's neglect right there. That's super neglect. Sitting on the couch not doing nothing, on drugs, that's super neglect. Like I said, it's two different types. You talk about the same fucking person. You saying Drake won't even do some shit like that. Get the fuck out of here.
Drake's the other one who's overworking, but the work doesn't serve the family anymore. The work has become
The money Drake has, his family be well taken care of. I'm serious, man. The type of work Drake is doing, whoever is married to him, they're set for the rest of their life. His child will automatically have a college fund. They'll live in a nice, big old nice house with 4 or 5 cars, big old pool. That seems like somebody's like they're really taking care of. That's all Drake is doing. You see this nonsense, these lies? This is people y'all gotta avoid. Hateful ass people like this that got hatred in their heart for black folks. Because like I said, somebody like this could be somebody of any race, not just somebody like Drake. There's other artists out there who's probably worse than Drake right now that he could be talking about, but it's just Drake entirely. I'll tell you, man, he sounds like a first class hater.
selfish pursuit for the man and his own vain glory. You see that? So that's where it becomes toxic. That's where it becomes dangerous. And so I just wanted to, as I said, take you in here for a quick moment, brothers, as we've been discussing manhood, and even sisters or anyone listening, just to discuss this. This is very relevant. Now more than ever, there are fatherless homes because of the high rate of divorce, and it has a lot to do with men.
Your ass looked like you was divorced at one time, the way you talking. See, you want to talk about divorce, but look at his ass is single. You're 32 years old, and you ain't getting no woman. You got no girlfriend, no sex at all. Yet telling another person what he's not doing. Y'all see, like I said, this is somebody that's mentally wrong with him, man. It's something, like I say, it's hate. That's just what it is. This is giving him a reason to spread his own hatred. But trying to use God in this, God didn't tell him to do this at all. No, man. See, like I said, man, y'all know who the devil is. This is the devil here. What he's doing is what the devil would be doing right now. Deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Making it like he's good, but he's really lying. This is the devil's work. This ain't God's work at all.
And women, men are failing. We're failing to be real men. Women, you're failing to be...
You're failing to be a real man.
Women, and we're failing in relationships because we don't know what true love is, and we don't know what commitment looks like and how to really be committed to someone. And so there's a lot of...
You just acknowledge that you don't know how to be committed to somebody. So why are you telling somebody else what they should be doing? This is not even the type of stuff a psychiatrist would be telling you at all. No, you're not helping nobody.
And toxicity going around, and it's a real shame. But the whole point of this video series is to encourage you men to, in this case...
All right, I'm going to tell you right now, do not listen to anything this guy has to say. For men out there, you know what I'm saying, you got a girlfriend, you're already married, do not listen to advice from this idiot. I'll tell you, man, this is the real devil. This dude just talked a whole bunch of shit about Drake that ain't even true at all. Telling you know what I'm saying, about deadbeat fathers, that this man don't got no kids. He's not even married himself. Don't no woman want to be involved with a man like this at all, who will spend all his time talking about somebody else and not even focus on his own life. Maybe this guy right here is single. See, you can talk about somebody else's child, but yet, you know what I'm saying, what about having your own kids? This is why men like this don't be having children. This is why you got men like this who don't be getting married at all. God ain't blessed them to get married because of what they doing. And see, people like this bring bad karma to themselves. Bad things happen to people like this. Because what he was saying in this video was offensive to not only Drake, but the people who listen to Drake and other people in those situations. Because everybody that grew up without a father ain't a bad person at all. You can't look at that. You can't just judge somebody based on that. You got based on people's actions. Not based on... He's basing his beliefs off of a rap beef that hasn't even been confirmed. None of that stuff hasn't even been confirmed true yet. Off with he said, she said stuff. That's how sick this stuff is. And plus, all he's doing is gossiping. But see, this is what people like him do behind closed doors. And this tells me he don't got black friends at all. He don't got a single... They know he ain't around nobody Drake's color at all. A brother like Drake, he don't have them type of friends. Because look at the way he fucking talking. He has no idea what's really out there at all. Y'all don't need to be listening to people like this. So this is, like I said, this is just what I want to point out, man. Because I was one of those type of children who real daddy wasn't taking care of me. My real dad was neglecting me. The only time I could see my dad like that if I was over my grandparents' house. Even then, as I got older, my daddy would babysit me, but he didn't hardly even provide money to take care of me. He didn't work no job at all. They're trying to sit up on his disability and lay behind his woman all day long. But every man ain't like that. Just as my real dad wasn't for him, God brought in my stepfather. You see, you got to acknowledge the people who are there for their children, who are taking care of their kids. But talking all this mess about Drake, you sound like a first-class hater. You talking about somebody that's just jealous, mad that Drake is where you not at. Maybe this is the whole reason why. This is the whole reason about it. Because I don't know, you ain't even talking about Pusha T at all. Why you ain't talking about Pusha T? But you'll talk about Drake. You see, man, no, it's just he has a personal vendetta against Drake. This is somebody that's mad that he ain't Drake. Drake is more man than this guy ever is. See, Drake is focused on his career. Drake don't have time for kids. That's why he don't have any. And if Drake had a child, best believe Drake gonna be take care of that child. Best believe that. That's why I don't believe this bullshit for a second. Y'all shouldn't either. So for whoever's listening to this video, man, stay away from people like this. Do not take advice from the Vigilant Christian. Or like, if anything, cause look at this. All he does is have his people out here believing bullcrap. For real, man. Look at all this shit, man. And so look at it. Look at Michael Smith. He said, "How is this a Christian topic? Drake is a Christian. Let's focus on Christianity and not this. This has not one single thing to do with Christianity. Drake nor Push glorify the kingdom. Let's keep the focus where it belongs." Now, this guy here is actually this is somebody who's really into their faith. This is somebody who takes it seriously. But of course, you know what I'm saying, he's not gonna respond to this stuff here. I told y'all, man, the Vigilant Christian ain't gonna focus on this at all. Now, to say the only way this guy messed up is, you know what I'm saying, is saying that Drake, if Pusha T, are not a Christian. That's not for him to say, but still, he's right. It's not a Christian topic at all. For real. This is somebody that got some good sense. See, look, are we all being deceived? See, look at this. True seeker, are we being deceived? Yeah, you're right. You being, like I told you, you being deceived. This man is deceiving y'all to believe in lies. He wants you to hate Drake. That's what the hell this is. So look at this. Look at Leo and Andrews. They say, stop talking about worldly news. This doesn't please God. Do you understand that you shouldn't be gossiping? It does not matter if they are famous. Stop dividing into worldly news stories. It's gossip. You touch onto much worldliness. This is what the world does. They gossip and talk about celebrities. See, they get like from me. You see, these people here, right here, this guy right here, this person right here got some sense. They know they see past all this nonsense. This is just straight up nonsense. But this is how he really feels. And he's in his house doing this. This is how this guy feels about black folks. I'm telling you, man, there's others people like him. This is how they feel about rappers in general. They want to go back behind the door and gossip and talk about them like it's just terrible ass people. You don't know these people at all, so how should you be telling them about what they should be doing? What you're not doing yourself. This guy is not married and got no kids and telling other people why they not taking care of their children. No, get off that for real. Y'all need to, for real, man. It's bad right now. It really is. I mean, I agree. There should be more people out there taking care of their children, but I'm not going to go in there telling them how bad of a person they are. I'm not going to go off bashing somebody and seeking them out. Because like I say, you could offend a whole lot of people. And what are you going to do once a group of people come at his ass? See, this is what makes groups such as Black Lives Matter and all kinds of organizations, even the LGBT, when you bash gay people, the LGBT come after you. And see, this is what will make universal. This will make people in this label come after his ass for that. You see? And then you get one of these people, you get Drake or somebody in his face, checking him on that. Then when he ain't gonna be able to ask God to save him either. But that's just the end of this video, man. Y'all like, subscribe, tell me what you think, man. But no, I just have to check this guy, man, because I'm here to tell him he needs to stop doing this video, man. You need to focus on what God really wants you to do, and that's basically quoting scriptures, basically reading out your Bible. To preach is to teach. This ain't preaching at all. You just gossiping. Ain't no way in the world is Drake gonna be on a pastor's mind. Ain't no preacher gonna be in if you go to church service now, ain't no preacher gonna be or youth pastor gonna be stussing Drake at all. Or dad be